JB here, and we're back with another Dragon Ball Legends video on the channel today. Today, I'm gonna be basically doing my top 10 tier list pretty much for this month, and we can also count last month because I haven't done one for a while. It's been a few months, so I'm gonna start trying to do these monthly and everything. But I'm gonna pretty much just do what I think is the top 10 units in the game right now. And you know, this is something that I feel like is just based off opinion based, right? So, you know, with that being said, make sure if you're new around here, we just recently hit 4,000 subscribers. We're trying to hit 5,000 by the end of next month. So make sure if you're new, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. You know, it's totally free. Now, first things first, we're gonna start with the tier list. We're gonna go from like the first rank where I want to do, all the way to the last rank. So y'all should already know this, right? I just got to. Gohan is pretty much the best unit in the game right now. You know, he's only been out, I would say, for about a week and a half, and you know, his banner is still up, so his banner is about to go away in a week. But this guy is, now I can give y'all guys a lot of reasons why he is like just that unit, right? So first things first, he already gets 150% in total just for being in the field. Yeah, so he gets 90% inflicted damage, right? Now hear me out, guys. And then when he enters the battlefield, he gets another 60%, right? So his unique gauge, if it's full, he's getting 90%. Then he gets another 60% just for entering the battlefield. You cannot cancel this. And then he goes type neutral, right? And the thing is, when his unique gauge is filled as well, he goes type neutral with his green card, if I'm not, yeah. So he goes type neutral for 5 timer counts if you look right here. And he also restores his vanishing gauge. And he restores his vanishing gauge so much, as long as his unique gauge is full, right? He can restore his vanishing gauge on his green card, on his blue card. He can restore it as well. And then you also get 60% inflicted, well, not inflicted damage, but special move damage. So let's just take a breather right here, right? He gets inflicted damage. You know, he restores his vanishing gauge by 70%. Green card, blue card, and then he gets 150% damage inflicted. And then his cover changing is basically, only thing he doesn't cover change is just like blues or green cards like Broly, right? And that's probably like the only thing that he's really just missing in his kit, right? Because he cover changes both blast and strike. So it's basically MUI for his cover change. And then this guy also, he has the endurance, but he has the endurance effect, where basically if it doesn't matter if he's getting rise and rush or not, as long as the opponent rise and rushes you, then his endurance is activated. So, and then he gets like an additional, I think, what does it say, 30%? Yeah, 30% health. So, and then he also gets some more health, if I'm not mistaken. I might have overlooked it. So I think it's in his first passive up here. I know he gets more health as well. I don't know the exact amount. Yeah, so once he has a defeated battle member, he gets 25% health, right? Then he also draws a special artist card if it's Piccolo or Pan. So this is why they're such a, they're like that team, right? Because they get so much buffs to each other, and then he's also getting another 10% to reduce damage received. This guy, he's just that guy, right? And then another thing I want to point out, right? If you have somebody defeated, right? He's also, so if you have somebody defeated, he's restoring vanishing gauge by 70%, right? Then you're drawing 4 new cards. So therefore, you know, say you're comboing somebody, right? You're comboing somebody, and then you pop the blue or the ultimate arts card. pretty much you're getting a whole new hand. So if your opponent decides to go for a towel throw right out the gate, if they're in a desperate situation, depending on how many members they have, you can have a strike card maybe. Hopefully your hand isn't full of blast. Because a lot of people like to do that. They go for a towel throw, or some people are patient. So, like I said, Gohan is just, bro, he's ridiculous. It makes sense for me. It doesn't make sense for me not to put him on this tier list right now, like at the #1 spot, right? Now, he also does give 40% to ultimate damage. So if you're giving him good equips that gives him strike and special move, you know, and then I have there's also this Trunks equip that gives him special move and ultimate damage. So you can stack that up, and it really helps out with it. Now, the person that I'm thinking right now that's probably like the second best in the game, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to give it to Pan. Now listen. I know a lot of people are gonna quote me on this, okay? Why are you, like, JB, why are you putting Pan as second best in the game? She's only a support type. It does not matter. This little look, I almost cussed her. This little kid right here, right? She is the most annoying unit in the game. I have her, but playing against her literally is annoying because when she drops in, right? She drops in, when she pops her green, she reduces your ki. And I think there's something else in her passive as well, or not her passive, her kit, that makes it where you're not able to sub in for a certain amount of timer counts. And it's the same thing with Piccolo as well. So, never mind that. So if you look right here, you get minus 100% of ki recovery, so you're basically not getting no type of ki, right? It's going slowly. Then it seals all enemies' main abilities up. So she's sealing your main abilities, she shortens the substitution count by 3. Then she's reducing your ki by 35 ki. You know how many people that start off with Pan that I've played against, and they have multiple greens popping those, and I have no ki at the beginning of the match. It's a pain. It's really a pain in the ass to play against. And then, bro, her not her ultimate, but her strike and blast. Every time you use these, you get 5%. It's 5% damage inflicted by allies for 30 timer counts. So you're stacking it. She has that I think it's Majin Vegeta's card that has this, if I'm not mistaken. She has that effect right here. And bro, this is really good because if you're comboing, you know, you're comboing her, and when you tag into Beast Gohan, he gets 40 ki. 40 ki on tag in. So pretty much, if you still have a card and he still has his card draw speed with his unique, he does get that once that is filled up, or if you pop his green card, you get card draw speed. You can literally just combo and combo, and you're doing more and more damage because of what Pan just gave you. So here's we're gonna look at her kit real quick because she does do something else. I'm not mistaken. Like some of these guys, I'm gonna like skim over some of it. Now I do know, yeah, right here. So when she does tag in, she does like, so basically she debuffs like strikes, blast, special move, and pretty much everything. Because you see right here when she enters the battlefield, it's minus 10% to strike and blast arts power. So basically you're doing less damage. So, and it's for 20 timer counts. Same thing as special moves, ultimate arts, and green cards pretty much. So you're basically doing less damage. And then when she switches to standby, so if you're Beast Gohan, if you're tagging in with Beast Gohan, you're getting 80 ki. Then you're getting 5% damage inflicted, and then health restoration. So this is really good. Like she's like, she's the best support in the game. Like Tapion, he had it for a good minute, mainly for movies, but she can do it with both hybrids and movies. Pretty much with any team you put her on. You know, her kit isn't like really restricted. It just has allies. But if you're running her with Gohan and Piccolo, you're getting more out of their teamwork as a unit, right? Now, if you look right here, the following is every time she hits the enemy. No, every time she's hit with a strike or like any type of blast or special move card. This is what I was talking about here. This only activates once, but your enemy is locked in, and then activation really pretty much resets on switch. And then you look right here, she shortens allies for Piccolo and Gohan. Like I'm saying, once again, she is great for that team. She's shortening it every time she's getting hit, right? And then every time the enemy attack is over, she's getting another health, activates 6 times. Then she does 30% inflicted damage. Like she is really good. You know, she doesn't have like a whole bunch of inflicted damage in her kit, because if you're looking at it, she's getting inflicted damage, reduced damage, but she really doesn't need it because she's powering down the enemy every time she enters the battlefield with this kit right here for 20 whole timer counts. And there's no limit to it, so it happens every time she's coming in. But yeah, I'm putting Pan at the number 2 spot. That's what I think. That's really what I think on that note. But number 3 spot, I do not have the man of the hour himself. I summoned about 15k, but I did not get him. So I'm gonna put Broly at the number 3 spot. Now I feel like he's worthy of being at the number 3 spot, mainly because now Broly, he is still very versatile, and he's known to be that unit that can take those hits and still be able to heal back up. Now the reason why I say this, right? Now if you're looking at Broly's kit, first thing everybody's gonna look at if you have this guy is his cover change, right? His cover change is unless the green card is like a AoE type of green card, then same thing with the special move. He cannot cover change it, but anything else, I've seen this guy cover change everything. He's cover changed my blue before, I've seen it. So unless it's like an AoE attack, I think that's the only thing he cannot do. But Broly is literally the definition of he can tank really, like he's basically Ultra Vegito, but in a little bit of a better way, because now Ultra Vegito has fallen down just a little bit. Because when he first released, I'm not gonna lie, the boost system does help a lot. It helps a lot with the units, especially for like tanking wise and like the amount of damage they can do. But Broly has you know, we got all these rare units that's been releasing later on, so Vegito, Ultra Vegito has dropped down just a little bit. But Broly, I feel like, stands at the top of the most powerful purples in the game. He's just one of them. He's basically the most powerful one in the game. And then this guy, he already gets 110% damage inflicted. His key recovery is off the chart, 150%. You know, and then every time that you're getting hit with this guy, you know, every time you're hitting this guy, right? Once his unique gauge fills up, you have no vanishing gauge. He reduces your key. So pretty much, you know, you can keep on comboing, but once that, unless you don't have anybody to switch out with, you're stuck in there with him. You're stuck in there with him. So you have no vanishing gauge, and you know he's taking away your key and everything. Now his green card, I want to look at this because this has the effect. Same thing as with Gohan, but it doesn't. You don't have to actually have the unique gauge filled up. So you're restoring your vanishing guards by 70, key by 30, and then you're basically locking in your enemy, and then you can't use your main ability, and you're increasing your unique gauge. And the thing is, all of these so like this, his green card, his blue cards, all of these, like when he tags in for a cover change, you can combo off of these. That's really what makes it kind of broken too, because this blue card hits so hard. Like literally, I've seen somebody like I think somebody sent me a video, and you know basically they sent me a video of their match, and Broly pretty much one shot. I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku is pretty much last canon, but still his Goku was 7-star plus. So for Broly to one shot him like that, hey, that's crazy, my guy. That's crazy. Now Broly is a melee type, right? And I feel like on damage wise, he is lacking. I feel like in that category between him and Ultra Vegito, Ultra Vegeta has that category a little bit more, because he can combo and combo. Now Broly does, I think he does have something in his kit where he gets card draw speed. Just I really don't want to read all this, but I'm trying to see, because he does get a whole bunch of ki recovery. Yes, this is basically just talking about his unique gauge right there. But yeah, and I do know that Broly also he's I think, I can't remember, but Broly pretty much, you know, he has his cover change. His blue card hits pretty hard. His unique gauge, you know, every time that fills up, I forgot about that. He's restoring his health. You know, he's taking away your vanishing gauge. He's reducing your ki. And then, say for example, you're comboing on him after he hits you with a green card. You know, you're locked in there for like 5 timer counts. So you're locked in there, and you know, the thing is, the more you're hitting him, this guy is just stacking up that reduced damage. You know, he's restoring his health. I think he restored like 5 times, if I'm not mistaken. And then he also has his plat. You know, his plat pretty much makes him pretty buffy, defensively wise. So if you ever run to a 14-star Broly, you might as well just rise and rush him, because it's going to be very hard to kill him. He is very, very hard to kill. Now at the number 4 spot, we're going to be looking at Cooler. Now I really don't want to make this video too long, so that's why I said I'm going to start like just skimming over like just the details of why the character is at that spot. Now Cooler, I'm going to put him at the number 4 spot because, mainly because of his green card and his ability to lock you in on his strike. Now I think it's in his kit, but on his green card, I do like his green card because you're getting 20% to special move and 20% to inflicted damage, and then you're drawing a strike card. But the thing about Cooler is, we are kind of, I mean, we did just recently get more Hybrid Saiyans buffs and GT, but you know, before all of them start coming along, you know, a lot of people are running, you know, a lot of teams have some type of a Saiyan on there, mainly in PvP. He's getting a buff against Saiyan, and then he locks you in, I think, for what, like 2 timer counts, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. And then he's also getting reduced cost. So I'm trying to see. Yeah, so here we go. So it only activates once, but you're locked in for 2 substitution counts. And then you're destroying basically all your green cards and blue cards. So Cooler is like, I don't know, I can say he's kind of like Pan in a way, but he's not exactly like her, because he's he destroys your cards, but the thing is, he doesn't do everything that, like, he's just locking you in. So pretty much when you're locking your opponent in, you're getting a free combo. So if it's like, say for example, you're locking in a yellow unit and you're comboing them, you have a loop, that's one shot. You know, that's an easy kill. So he's basically like a snipe 2.0 of the Vegeta Zenkai, the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Zenkai. Because Vegeta locks you in on his ultimate, and the thing is, you can't tag in at all. So like, once he pops the ultimate, you cannot tag in. So if you don't tag in before that, your unit's pretty much dead, because Vegeta stats up damage. But in my opinion, Cooler is a really good unit, but I feel like that's the only thing that really makes him in that top 5. Y'all know what I mean? You know, y'all get what I mean by that? I feel like that's like what just really makes him in the top 5, because if he didn't have that, he would be down a little bit lower, in my opinion. That's just on me though. Like I said, these are based on you guys' opinions. Now I'm gonna put at the 5th spot, I'm looking for him, he's up here somewhere, but I'm gonna put Ultra Vegito at the 5th spot. Now everybody is probably wondering, you know, I only got him at 5 stars, so it's not because of how many stars I got him, because you just still have him at high stars. And the thing is, he doesn't perform as he used to, right? Green card, right? You know, I know all about this stuff. You get ki, You're going type neutral for 5 timer counts, and then you're drawing a blast arch card next. Then you're getting some damage inflicted, right? Now off this green card, you can combo with a blue card, and then you're drawing. So this is the thing about Vegito. He's a little bit more versatile. He's more useful than Cooler, but Cooler has the lock in, right? Now blue card, if you don't have no cards, you're getting up to 4 cards at the most, but you're always going to restore the max amount of whatever you're missing with the blue card. Now his ultimate, everybody knows this. If you're using the quilts to buff up his ult, he already gets plus 40% to that. His ultimate hits like a truck. You know, him and Beast Gohan, they hit hard on their ultimate. But we already know about this guy. He gets that damage inflicted. He's getting reduced damage. And the thing is, he's getting that card draw speed every time he uses a strike or a blast art card, and it's by 1 level. So basically, imagine if you're running the OG yellow Gohan, the one that gives you that card draw and inflicted damage on a death buff. I've seen a lot of people do it. This would be insane because you're getting this for 4 timer counts as long as you're sitting there just comboing, right? And imagine Gohan dies and you're comboing with Vegito. That's a lot of card draw speed. And then you're also restoring ki as well. And then he also does have endurance, but it's not like Gohan or Jiren. He just has endurance in general. So only way you can do that is with an endurance ultimate, or I guess take off his first life and then rise and rush him. It doesn't matter how you do it. But Vegito is, you know, he's falling off a little bit, especially because we got newer red units like Cooler, and then we also have Pan. I can't say too much about the droids. I don't see them in PvP like that no more. The droids have finally been dethroned. They've been on PvP for a long time, but they finally been dethroned. Now, like I said, this guy's a Saiyan, so him going this Cooler, you know, it's not really that. It's just it's the type advantage, right? It's a type advantage. It's nothing you can really do about it, you know. But he still is a very good unit at high stars. I would say, if you're bringing him in PvP, bring him in a 7-star plus, you know, because you're gonna see a lot of Beast Gohans going around. There's still MUI. I forgot about MUI, but I don't really see MUI as much. But I see him more than the droids. That's just what I think. Now at number 6, we got the Man of the Hour right next to him. We're gonna put Ultra Gogeta at number 6. Now, Ultra Gogeta has fallen off. Now, the reason why I say that is because, like I said, it's the boost system. The boost system helps out a ton to all units. All new units that drop and get put in there, it's an additional buff. You know, it's kind of like the Zenkai boost, right? Just, you're not actually Zenkai buffing. It's just something in the game. Now, the thing that makes Gogeta him, right? His blue card. Blue card, get plus 20% to special move, and then you destroy all your enemies' cards. So pretty much, you know, your enemies, say for example, now I'm just gonna put this into a scenario. What if you're running Pan, right? You pop her green card, you reduce their ki. Say for example they don't have any advantage, and then you know you tag in with Ultra Gogeta and you hit them with blue. They have no cards, they have no vanish. You know it's a lot of combos you can run with Pan now in the game because she's such a good support. Now his green card, you're getting 20% to strike damage and you're getting ki, and then you're nullifying cover change. This is what makes it very good too. So you're nullifying cover change, and then another thing that makes him really good, when an ally dies, Ultra Gogeta goes type neutral, and I don't remember how long it is for. Let's see. It might be in the second one. Yeah, but I know he goes type neutral. There it goes. For 10 timer counts, you can do it twice. So it's for each battle member, and then your enemies can't switch out for 5 timer counts. So he's locking you in. It's a one-on-one battle, you know. And then also, that's what I also wanted to also mention. His unique gauge. Every time that fills up, he's getting a blue card. If I'm not, yeah, he's getting a blue card. So Ultra Gogeta is getting blue cards on blue cards if he's just comboing, because he combos for a long time. So that's really what makes his character unique in his way. He's falling off, you know, because he hasn't been in the boost system. And then also we also have some pretty good greens. We just got the new Zenkai for the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Then we also have Trunks. I've seen Trunks still running around in PvP. Yeah, I mean, I don't see Dragon Fist like that, so, but there's still some pretty really, you know, powerful greens in the game, but this guy can still compete in the game at high stars, right? Now, number 7, that bed's different. I really want to think about who I want to put at number 7, because man, it's so many units that just joined the game. Man, you know what? I think I know what I'm doing. I think I'm gonna put the new Piccolo at number 7. And some people are probably thinking, why am I ranking him that, you know, that low? Not this guy, but Piccolo. I'm trying to find him. Here he goes. Now Piccolo, the reason why I rank him this low is because, in a way, Pan is better than Piccolo. She's more versatile in her utility and her kit. Now Piccolo, with his green, he does get inflicted damage, and you do restore health. So this unit isn't going to be there. That's them already saying he's not going to be a really tanky unit or reducing a lot of damage. Just he's restoring health and ki and inflicted damage. Now I can say for one thing, I do love his blue card, because you're getting that plus 20% special move, and then you're shortening your your sub count by 5, and that's really, so this team, when you run them all together, you're tagging in a lot, because you're reducing their sub count, right? And I do know for a fact that let's see. Yeah, so he does get a lot of inflicted damage. So if you're Zenkai buffing him, he is going to be doing some really good damage. So he's getting 80% inflicted. Then if you're battling with hybrids or super warrior or regeneration, plus 50% more, right? Now what I do like about Piccolo is when he goes to standby, he does restore your health by 5%. It's not that much, but it stacks up. It activates 6 times. You're getting 20% damage inflicted. So he's kind of like a support, but at the same time, he's a support that can do damage, right? And then he's also reducing the enemy ki by 20 when they tag, well, not when they tag in, but basically when you tag in with somebody else. And when this guy changes cover, I love this, because when he changes cover, it doesn't matter if you cover change or not, you're destroying 2 enemy cards. And then also something else does happen. Oh, his ultimate. I want to talk about that real quick. His ultimate. You're getting plus 50% of damage inflicted. Well, ultimate damage. And the thing is, when you hit it with his ultimate, it destroys all cards, and then you're inflicting bleed. So basically, you know, even if they aren't dead, they're still bleeding. So he's useful, right? I just feel like he, you know, Pan's got the better deal out of it, because Pan can do a little bit more with locking you in. Piccolo does also lock you in. I don't know if that's on his green card or not. Actually, let me check. Yeah, so I think that's something in his kit, because I have seen that in his kit where he can lock you in for a certain amount of timer counts. And I think it's in his second one. Yeah. So after they stop attacking and he tags in, you can't switch for 3 timer counts. But yeah, really that's it's really something that I feel like that's where he should be placed. You know, maybe at number 6 or 5 probably, but 7 I feel like was a good number for him. Alright, so give me a second, guys. I'm gonna get some water. My throat is... Alright, boys. Had to take a quick water break, because my throat was killing me, man. Just recently got over a little sickness about a week ago. So, but yeah, we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna head to number 8. Number 8, I'm thinking, if I can find him. I think he's down here. We're gonna go to the Legends Limited Trunks. Now, it's a lot of banners that I skipped out on that I probably shouldn't have, but this guy is actually pretty good. You know, I don't really know too much about his kit, but I'm gonna break it down a little bit for you guys. Now, on his green card is broken. This guy has unlimited ultimate. Like, literally. Imagine you running this guy with Whis, right? The extreme Whis. You're getting green card on green card. And then he restores his ki, his ki by 30, and then his health by 15%. And then you're getting 20% damage inflicted. And then you're getting his ultimate card. Like, you don't need to pop your main. And then he also does, I do love his, they added this for his bleed. He gets a 50% chance to apply bleed. And then this guy has blast armor, so they added that as well. So they pretty much made this Trunks like I don't know, like Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. You know, he has blast armor, but he doesn't apply bleed. And it makes sense why they gave that to him, because this Trunks was from that saga from when he first appeared, you know, in Dragon Ball Z series. And he basically sliced up Frieza with his sword. You know, his sword was his main combo and weapon. So for him to have that is it makes sense, right? This guy gets 90% inflicted. He gets 20% extra damage to Frieza Force. So that's something to look out for when you're fighting against anybody that's on Frieza Force. And then he also does every time he uses a Striker Blast card, he draws another card, activates twice. So kinda like I was saying, like the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, where you're popping those you know, strike cards, you get another one. I think that one is the same thing for him. It activates twice. And then you're getting 10% damage inflicted. Yeah, so and then it resets, so you can use it every time you tag in. Now he does have his cover change against Blast. He does also let's see, when the enemy switches so whenever you switch characters, that's also what I wanted to talk about. He goes type neutral for 5 timer counts. So this guy isn't bad. He gets another additional 25% damage inflicted to powerful opponent. So say for example, like Cooler, he's part of powerful opponent, so that's one person right there, right? Yeah, so then also he does get some additional stuff right here. He steals special move and special arts when tag powerful opponent and then tag android tag switches. So they pretty much made this guy to pretty much shut down the androids, and I think this worked. But at the same time, I feel like that still wasn't enough. The androids were so overpowering in their own way, right? With their green cards, you know, and then they also had in their kit, they nullified endurance. Like they didn't need it on their blue. Well, it's on their blues as well, but they nullify endurance automatically in their kit. And then their green cards, one of them taking away Vanish. The other one is a long distance green card, good for comboing off of. You don't have to worry about cover changing. So this guy's basically here to shut down them, because he's getting additional damage for powerful opponent. But like I said, we also got Beast Gohan in the game, so there goes that. Now the number 9 spot, you know, it had to make me think for a little bit, but I'm gonna put MUI Goku in number 9. Now they shafted me so hard on this banner, and I never, like, if he ever comes back, I'll probably summon, but I'm not gonna go too hard on it because they shafted me so hard there. Now his green card restores his unique gauge, and then he gets 15% to ultimate damage. So if you're popping this in a combo and then you pop your main, you're getting an additional buff. So you do it twice. Now I do want to say that I do like what they did right here with the strike and the blast. You know, he does get that, and they pretty much this guy's pretty much overpowering, but in his own way, right? If you're using the right way, because a lot of people, when he first dropped, everybody knows that they were playing very, very passive, where they were just standing there. You know, I mean, yeah, you got the unique gauge, but it's not fun. You know, it's not fun to just, you know, stand there and basically you're not, interacting with the game. And I can see why a lot of players, did not like him. I didn't like him for that specific reason. All around, he's a good character. His ultimate hits pretty hard because, well, it hits hard even without the green card. You're getting 30% to ultimate damage for 3 timer counts. So that's what I'm saying. If you're popping this green card that's up here, say for example you're popping that, right? That's 15%. That's 45% for ultimate damage. So his ultimate card hits very hard. And then I can say that also another thing, like Beast Gohan, he has that strike and that blast cover change. Now, and then he also, I forgot about to talk about this. You don't want to clash this person because when you're clashing with him, he automatically wins, and that's a free combo. So pretty much, you comboing. I mean, not combo, but you clashing with MUI. At least you getting comboed on. So it doesn't, but this dude is overpowered, and there's no limit to it. There's no limit. So if he's getting constantly in a clash, oh man, he's gonna have a field day with you, man. He's comboing, right? And he does get card draw speed and that inflicted damage I was talking about on his cards for 5 timer counts. So, MUI has fallen since we have gotten some new characters in the game, especially with Beast Gohan. Just Beast Gohan, I'm not gonna lie, Beast Gohan makes MUI non-existent. Same thing with Cooler. I've one-shotted so many MUIs and Coolers. It's insane because Gohan gets that additional buff on special move damage, especially when his special, when his unique gauge is full. But MUI as a character, I feel like he still would be good to, leave around in PvP once it's dialed down a little bit with the Beast Gohan. Because eventually, you're still going to see Gohan a lot, but it's going to dial down a little bit because we do have the festival coming up in about 3 weeks. So I am going to talk about that as well in my next video. Hopefully about who we could probably get. Everybody's expecting GT. I'm expecting it. But knowing Legends, sometimes we can be surprised. And it's just Legends sometimes catches us off guard because we didn't even think that we were getting Superhero until Festival. So for them to release this, we gotta be getting something special for Festival. And pretty much I'm thinking a new Ultra as well because it's about that time since Broly was last released. I think about 2 months ago, 2.5 months. Now number 10 on my list, Gohan. Right, I only pulled 1 copy of him on my summon video. It was my first copy, but this dude's kit is just so versatile where you can put him on any team because it makes sense because Gohan, right, his green card, you're getting your key, then you're reducing damage, then you're getting inflicted damage, right? But this dude's kit, right, it's literally for everybody. So basically, every time he enters this battlefield, you're getting 25% for 15 timer counts. Now it cannot be stacked, as it says right there. That's a lot, So imagine you running him and Pan with Beast Gohan. I've seen this setup so many times in high ranking PvP. And then just to get his full damage, you gotta tag in twice with him. But imagine you getting that 25%, right? And then he also applies it if it's a defeated battle member. He gets that type neutral for 15 timer counts. And then he also has this right here where you can combo off of his blast cover change. But every time that he tags in, he's destroying 2 of your cards. And then he gets another 25% inflicted after you're done comboing on him. Then he reduces his damage by another 30%, and he has endurance. This dude's kit is so versatile. He is falling a little bit low because there's a lot of new red units in the game and in PvP. But his ultimate card does hit really, really hard. So I'm gonna put this guy at number 10 just because of that, because You know, he's giving inflicted damage to the allies. He's also he tags in. He's destroying 2 of your cards, and then he goes type neutral. You know, for 15 timer counts, and then he also does have endurance. So pretty much like Gohan, his kit, they made his kit so it's like fine wine, right? Like some really good fine wine. They made his kit just like that, just to age so well, right? But that is going to be it for today, guys. Make sure if you enjoyed the video, you know, leave a like, leave a comment down below what you think on your own opinions on this topic right here. We're going to talk about a little more about the festival as well in my next video. Pretty much, you know, I'm thinking GT, that's the main objective right here since of what we got in the game right now. We just got a Zenkai, so it does make sense for them to drop GT. So I'm gonna do another video on that. I'm gonna probably drop it tomorrow because I've had work the past couple days, so I'm just now getting a chance to record. But as always, guys, it's your boy JB. I'm out.